Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Jones back here. It's been an absolute long time since I did any sort of like video game related video, I guess is the term that I'm looking for. But yeah, my computer broke, so unfortunately I haven't been able to really make any new content that I wanted to make. So yeah, which is really unfortunate. It's still broke, unfortunately, but I thought to myself, I really do want to get back into the swing of things on YouTube, and what can I do with my limitations of what I've got in terms of, my equipment, which is literally a phone and a bit of editing software on the phone. So it's very, very, you know, bare bones stuff. So I just thought, you know what? Let's just review anything and everything I can find. Doesn't matter whether it's cheap, expensive, from the pound shop, from Marks and Spencer's, Tesco, anything. I'll review it. And maybe maybe this won't be any good as a series, and if it's not, I won't further continue it. But if people like it for some weird reason, then I'll keep doing it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So a sip of the old coffee. But yeah, so what I've decided to review today is this bad boy. I don't know if you can see that. It's the Nintendo Switch. In fact, let me just close these curtains because they're probably, there we go. It looks a lot better already on the camera. So yeah, this is a Nintendo Switch. This is my carry case. Keep it very handy. I'm only going to be showing you the base of the console today, not the actual the dock, because I don't tend to use the dock. I got great start. See, when I say I'm very bare bones in terms of equipment, I'm literally standing my phone on this fucking thing. This is for an iPad. It's supposed to hold the iPad. Well, on this phone, unfortunately, I'm literally having to put it just in one slot here. So, yeah, if it falls a few times, you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to have to try and get an iPad, what's it called, the tripod. But, anyway, so yeah, this is my Switch carry case. It's got a nice Nintendo logo, and obviously the Switch logo on the back. Very, very secure, very well made. Only paid about £12.99 from CEX. But anyway, enough about that. This is the thing you all want to see, of course. The Nintendo Switch. Now this bad boy. I was really, to be honest, I was really anxious to get one. Could have got one pre-owned. No, sorry, could have got one brand new. But I wanted it sort of there and then. So I tend to, travel a lot in terms of my partner's family live in Liverpool, so we go there a lot, and it's just something to play on the train. And obviously, saves bundling around an Xbox if I can't sleep, and obviously my partner's in bed, I can just play this, and it makes my life a lot easier. Obviously the wait now is just for some decent games. I've got a couple of decent ones, but I'm waiting for an NBA and a FIFA and a WWE 2K18, stuff like that. So yeah, so you have to excuse the glare. For some reason the phone's insisted on having the glare. But yeah, this is the Switch. Obviously you got your right Joy-Con. These are called Joy-Cons, as you're probably aware. So they actually detach from the console, which is quite cool. So you can literally detach them both. And back of the console here, it's got a little stand. It should have really, to be honest, it should have a stand on this side as well, because it's not very, doesn't really stand very well. But as you can see here, if you want to lean it on the bed, for example, if you're just being lazy like I am, you can't do that unless you really fidget. So you can put it on there, and then you just literally can chill with the Joy-Cons like this. Or the really cool thing, you can actually use this as one controller. You got the L and R there. You can also use the other controller as the same. So you got essentially got two controllers already with the console. And obviously, depending on the game, it's going to work better with certain games than others due to the very limited amount of buttons. I mean, it's got an L and R, yeah, but it hasn't got like an R1 and R2, shall we say. It also only has one analog stick, whereas obviously if you're using this yourself, you're gonna have two. So that but to be honest, from what I've played, it tends to work quite well anyway. So it's not a massive deal. I mean, I don't tend to play it anyway without the Joy-Cons attached, unless we are playing something like Mario Kart, which unfortunately I haven't got anymore. So yeah, but it's a pretty sweet little console, to be fair. Obviously, you know, standard stuff, that's where you charge it. Yeah, I've showed you your stand, which could, for some reason, I just don't know why they didn't have that there. That makes absolutely no sense, unless it's like an internal issue where they couldn't have two on, whether it be for some reason that will affect the battery. I don't know, maybe the battery's placed there and they couldn't have it. I really don't know. Right, so yeah, you got your base buttons on your left Joy-Con. So you know, when you're playing with the Joy-Con actually pulling to the console, this is your D-pad. You actually take pictures on that, which is really cool and handy. Obviously, you know, your analog stick, very nice, very nice. D-pad could have been better. It's not really a D-pad, it's more like another set of A, B, X, Y's. Select button, got your L and your R. Same sort of thing over here, really. It's just A, B, Y, X. Right analog stick, that's to go back to the home menu. Start button, R1, R2, we'll just refer to him as. This is where you put your, as you can see, game card. So you literally, I mean, I haven't got one in there, I haven't got a physical game card at the moment. My games are digital. So you just put your game card in there. There's reports that the game cards taste disgusting. I don't know why you'd want to put one in your mouth, but yeah, apparently it's to do with stopping kids from eating them, which is really, actually a really good idea, I think. And more products need to do this sort of thing. This is obviously where you put your headphones or your earphones if you're on the go, or you just, you're playing at home, you don't want to disturb anyone. So this is the cooling fan. So this is where the air comes out of the console, especially in dock mode. I don't know if it's just a problem with my Switch, but when I put it in dock mode, within about half an hour, this thing was absolutely boiling. Even though this is, security, not in the dock. This is having room to breathe. So that's one of the reasons I don't put it in dock, which is a bit ridiculous considering, that's one of the selling points of the console. But I was never intending to play it with the dock really anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Volume, obviously up, down, and that's your power on button, which I'll be turning on shortly. Only real last thing is that's to detach the console Joy-Con from the console itself. So you just press that, slide it up. I did have an issue when I first got this with this left Joy-Con. It's not this one in particular. I had another one before this, and it wasn't actually locking into place. It was working fine, but I could literally just pull it up rather than press the release button. So I took it back to CEX and they kindly exchanged it with no issues. So yeah, that was good. But yeah, shall we put this on? Also, it's worth mentioning that this is actually a touchscreen based console as well. So yeah, the fucking glare is gonna be annoying. I'll try and keep it out of view. It's very hard to watch this. As you can see, you got your, this is what you put it on. Turn it up a bit. Oh, it's already up. So what you do, obviously you got your battery there. Tells you when you connect it to Wi-Fi. So you just literally can press the home button 3 times to unlock it, or you just press one of the buttons. So obviously what will happen if you take the Joy-Cons off. See there, now that one's connected. I've got a low battery on the Joy-Con. So the Joy-Cons will charge while they're plugged into the system. And they'll charge to about halfway, unless you got the system itself plugged into a mains adapter. As you can see, literally. Oh, and the fucking thing's got again. Dear oh me. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is the Switch. I haven't got many games at the moment, and there's not really much out. So I've got NBA Playground, Sonic Mania, which is really good. Highly recommend that. Rayman Legends and Super Sidekicks Neo Geo, which is an arcade style game from the early 90s. Quickly show the eShop. So that's me. Got my girlfriend's profile on there as well. So you got your recent releases. So yeah, ARMS. You can actually play that for free over the weekend. I might give that a go. Looks pretty good. You've got all these. Got Sonic Mania, obviously. the charts, most popular downloaded games, Sonic is at the top. Coming soon, which is worrying me because I'm hoping to pre-order NBA, and it's not actually on the store yet, so it needs to get its arse in gear, and and obviously you can redeem your codes. I've got about 30 quid on here in codes at the moment, just for NBA, so yeah. Let's go back to the home screen. So let's try Sonic Mania. Do a brief video on this. So this game is excellent. So it's got the old Sega startup. And the screen on this is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. As you can see, look at that. It's vibrant. Colours are great. Screen's perfect, nice and bright. And certain games like this are actually touchscreen. So let's just start a new game, shall we? So you can see Sonic's, this actually takes place after Sonic and Knuckles, I think. So you'll see a lot of familiarity at the beginning of the game. It looks absolutely gorgeous, it really does. But as you can see, from certain viewing angles, it's fine. Obviously the sun's going to be getting in the way of that, but that's with any sort of screen. But yeah, I've had no issues. I played this in bed when it's pitch black and it just looks absolutely great. Obviously, this is the beginning of the game. Won't give too much away, but I'd highly recommend it. It's on PS4, it's on Xbox One. It's coming to PC. It's obviously on Switch. So the reason I got it on Switch was obviously the portability. So this sort of game is perfect for something like this. Oh. So yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. You can see it's 60 FPS, so it's nice and smooth. And these classic levels actually have new areas, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of replay value. So yeah, this is a pretty cool game. I'd definitely recommend it, especially if you're into the early Sonic games from the Mega Drive era. I'm not usually this bad. Actually, I am, but it's hard to play this through a mobile phone screen. So yeah, this is just a bonus stage. I won't bore you with this. But this ain't the best part of it, to be fair, but it is what it is. So yeah, obviously. Now there's a bit of an issue on this game. Usually it takes about 10 to 15 seconds to boot back to the home screen. It doesn't happen with any other game, so that's quite annoying, but it is what it is. Obviously you just quit the game by pressing X and then pressing A. And I always turn mine off properly. I don't tend to leave it sleep mode. So yeah, that's a Switch. That's a Switch. It's very early days, but it's sold a lot and it's got some good games coming out for it, to be fair. So if I were you guys, I would definitely look into it. It might be worth something you like. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.